Hi, I'm Michael Warshauer, one of the partners at the Warshauer Law Group, and today I'm going to talk to you about product liability cases. And we're going to just do this as an overview, not about a particular product. But as a general rule, a product that is subject to product liability law must be defective. Defect is defined in one of three typical ways. It's defective in the way it's manufactured. That is, it wasn't put together right. We often call that a Monday morning product. That's the product is a good product, but they left out a bolt, or they didn't screw something on right, or they left out a part, or maybe some of the metal they used was defective and not up to specification. So that's the first way. The second way a product can be defective is in design. They built it exactly the way they wanted, but the way they chose was simply not a good design. Perhaps they left off a safety feature, or they left off an interlock on a pinch point or safety door. Or they didn't design the roof in a rollover case, in an automobile that's subject to a rollover. They didn't design the roof properly to hold up under expected crashes and the like. So that's a defective product by design. The third way a product can be defective is by lack of warnings and proper instructions. So in this case, the product is built the way they want it, it's designed the way they want it, but it has dangers that the user needs to be warned about. And it needs to have certain instructions so that it can be used safely. Let me give you an example of a product and to try to explain this. Let's talk about a kitchen knife. A kitchen knife is sharp and therefore it could hurt you. Well, that doesn't make it defective. The fact that you get cut by a sharp knife doesn't mean that knife is defective, but let's assume you're using it to cut something and the knife breaks in two, and the tang of the knife, that is the part that's in the handle, jabs you in the wrist and cuts a vein in your artery in your wrist. Well, that would be a defect probably by virtue of design. That is, they made it too thin or too weak. It's the way they wanted it, just wasn't made right. Or by manufacture, that is, they made thousands of these things that were perfectly good, but this particular knife had a defect in the metal or the handle in the way it was assembled, and therefore it's defective. So that's a short overview of the law of product liability.